there, friends. Welcome to my Stampin' Peace studio. I'm Mary Knabe, and today is Tuesday, June 4th. I can hardly believe it's June. We're almost halfway through 2024, and what a year it's been. My gosh, lots of ups and downs and super busy, but I guess being busy is a good problem to have. Super humid in Ohio. Yesterday and today we're reaching 90 degrees. I had Riley out a little bit early this morning. Andrea came over to mow my lawn, so Riley and I took a walk, and then she shopped at Grandma's with her Target cart, so that was a lot of fun. I hope you're having a good day, and I'm hoping you're excited about today's project. I'll be showing you how to make a front flap fun fold card. And I'll be featuring one of our newest suites from the new annual catalog. Before I jump to the project though, I want to tell you about tomorrow, June 5th. Starts several things, June 5th through June 30th. Stampin' Up is giving everybody an additional 10% off stamp and die bundles. If you're familiar, bundles are discounted. Bundles are discounted, meaning that each stamp set and die set included in a bundle is already marked 10% off when you use the bundle item number. However, June 5th through June 30th, Stampin' Up's going to give us an extra 10%. So say for example, the bundle we're using today is, if you bought the stamp set and the dies separately, they would be $40. But if I would use the bundle price, I would get those two products for $36. So I got a 10% discount. But you can buy that this month and get an additional 10% off, making it, let's see, there'd be another $360 off. So $32.40 if my math is correct. So, and that is on all stamp and die bundles. It does not include punch bundles, just the stamp and die bundles. In the catalog, online, everything that's included you can see online by going to the stamp and die bundle category. And those sale prices, that extra 10% off, starts tomorrow, June 5th. Now, in addition to that, Stampin' Up is also discounting the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machines by 10% as well. And we have three. We have the large standard size Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine that we started with, and then we have two minis in white and boho blue. All of those are 10% off also, June 5th through June 30th. So that's a great thing, and I'm excited for those of you who will be able to take advantage of those promotions. Okay, now I'm going to flip my camera around so we can get started on today's project. And while I'm doing that, would you please share this live video and invite others to join us this afternoon? You can even tag your friends in the comments, type their name in the comments to bring them right here. Okay, let me adjust it just a little bit more. Looks like I'm seeing some new names here, ones that are a little bit unfamiliar to me. Type in the comments if this is your first time with me here at Stampin' Peace with Mary Knabe, and I would love to welcome you. So please do that. Tell us if it's your first time, and also whether it's your first time or you've been around for a while, tell us where you're from. Okay, I want to show you in our catalog. This is the suite that I'll be using today, the 2 Market suite. And one thing I love about this suite, in addition to the fabulous colors and the wonderful garden theme, vegetable garden theme going on, or vegetable market, and I love going to the farmer's market. This is the first week that outdoor farmers markets in the Central Ohio area open up, so I'm excited about that. Anyways, I want to let you know, this is the one of the most affordable suites we have ever had. And I like that Stampin' Up! Has more affordable bundles and suites than ever before. So notice that when you're going through the catalog or you're online shopping. So I do want to, I'll just show you these really quickly. Here's the stamp and die bundle. Okay, and you can see there's some 2-step stamping involved, but it's a photopolymer set, meaning you can see right through the stamps. So it makes it really easy to do that 2-step stamping. Also, we have these fun embellishments that I'll be using. I have this set up to get rid of that glare, and just a slight adjustment and it's right back where it was. Let's see if I can, that's a little better. Okay, and of course I have to show you the designer series paper, because you know that's my thing. I love paper. So here's the one side, and I will tell you that the dies cut out the majority of these 5 different things: the lettuce, the carrots, the tomatoes. I don't know if this is a green onion or turnip. What else? 1, 2, 3, 4. There was one more. Oh, and the radish. Or maybe it's this one. I can't remember. I think it's this one. So cuts out 5 of those with the dies. Here's a pretty floral pattern. More flowers here. Kind of looks like a field of flowers, doesn't it? Here's a wood grain, which I really like, and the color is pecan pie. Here's some more florals. A polka dot pattern. Some lovely flower bouquets. I love this garden green plaid. Some tomatoes on the vines. Another garden green, has a very small print. There's like little X's plus marks in there. Some fun shopping bags and baskets. And then look at this Blackberry Bliss plaid. Isn't it wonderful? So the colors in here are garden green, Blackberry Bliss, pumpkin pie, and real red. Oh, and a little bit of pecan pie as well. Sounds like I'm serving dinner, doesn't it? Okay, so the card I'm going to show you is called a front flap fun fold card. And I've got all my pieces pretty much cut and ready to go. And I'm going to start with a card base of pumpkin pie. This is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So the finished card will be standard A2 size card. Then I've cut a piece of, oops, I don't want to do that yet. Hold off, Mary. Getting ahead of myself. I've got another piece of pumpkin pie, and this measures 1 1/2 by 5 inches. Okay, 1 1/2 by 5. And I've scored it at 2 inches. So I'm going to fold that, and I want the small flap on the back side. And I'm going to use my multi-purpose glue, and I'm putting, with that folded, and the 2-inch end, 2-inch flap on the back side, I'm going to glue it to my base 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, glue it to my base, and this is going to act as a hinge for us. So we want the fold of our hinge to be right up against the left edge of that card base, okay? So it looks like that. Now I'm ready to add my designer series paper. This measures 4 inches by 5 1/4. And then I have a piece of pumpkin pie. I'm using, for the 3 pieces of cardstock, I like to use all the same color. Of course, you're free to mix and match as you like, but I really like how it looks with the same solid color. And this measures 4 3/4 by 3 1/2 inches, okay? 4 3/4 by 3 1/2 inches. Now I want to glue this down. I want it to be centered. However, I only want it glued to our hinge, okay? Only want it glued to my hinge. And I also want to be careful that I'm not putting the glue too far. I don't want it all the way to my left edge. So you're going to estimate. I'm going to hold that hinge down with my left hand. Just hold it down. And then I'm going to center this piece of cardstock on top of it. Now, because I put the glue only on that hinge part, and because I didn't go all the way to the edge of the hinge piece, I'm able to slide that around just a little bit if I need to without getting glue everywhere else. So it looks complicated. It really is not, okay? It really is not. Okay, then I have 2 pieces of designer series paper and 1 piece of basic white. And these all measure, let me double check, 4 1/2 by 3 1/4 inches. 4 1/2 by 3 1/4 inches. I'm going to add this one to the front. And you can mix and match your DSPs as much as you want, which I think is always fun. If you want to use all the same DSP on these 3 panels, you certainly can. I decided I wanted to change it up a little bit. And after I make this card, I'll show you 3 more examples of the front flap card, also using the To Market Sweet products. Now, because this is the same size, it's going to be really easy for me to center this. And when I center this, it will be hidden by the front flap because that pumpkin pie cardstock is a little bit larger. This piece of white is the same as that DSP, 4 1/2 by 3 1/4 inches. And you just want to center it here. And this will give you a place to write a message. You might want to stamp a sentiment. You might even want to stamp an image on the inside. So this is the basis of my front flap card. Okay, looks pretty easy, right? It looks complicated, I should say, but when you watch me do it, you'll find that it really is easy. And you too will be able to make these. I just know it. I have complete confidence. Okay, now I want to add some decoration to the front of my card. So I'm going to do some stamping. And let's see here. I'm going to use the sentiment, "Thanks a bunch." And then I'm also going to stamp some carrots, 3 bunches of carrots, and I'm going to die cut those as well. So here, I'm going to stamp this, and do whatever you like. You might even want to punch it. But I'm going to stamp it on this strip. This strip is, let's see, 1 1/4 by 3 1/4 inches. Okay. And I've got this piece of scrap paper. And I'm first going to stamp the carrot bunches. And then I'm going to add the carrot tops with garden green. So I'm using pumpkin pie and garden green. And you can see there's like this little groove, and that's sort of my guide as to where I'm putting the greens, the top carrot tops, okay? It's very easy. This is a photopolymer set, so you can see right through the stamps, making it very, very easy to do two-step stamping. Now, before I can put this together, I need to die cut my carrots. And I'm using the Boho Blue mini machine. Now, this one is normally $63. The white is just a little bit more at 66. I have no idea why, but the mini boho machine retails at $63. So it will be 10% off from June 5th through June 30th. That means subtract $6.30. Oh, I was a little off on my die cutting there. But you're going to subtract $6.30 from that $63 to get the sale price. Again, the sale on Stampin' Die bundles and the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine starts tomorrow, June 5th. And goes through the end of the month, June 30th. So last year, my daughter Emily decided she was going to grow some vegetables from seed. And she started them in her apartment, and then she and I were to go on the Stampin' Up! Incentive trip. So she took her plants to her work. She's a physical therapist in Cincinnati, and she took her plants to her clinic where she works and had the other employees, the other PTs, and some of her patients taking care of them while they were gone. And this year, they're doing the same thing. They had so many vegetables last year, peppers, all kinds of things. I'm going to trim this down just a wee bit here. And the people loved it so much. So one of their patients made some, I don't know, like plant stands, elevated plant stands. So and they're beautiful. They're on wheels. They are fabulous, like so professional. But anyways, so they started again this year planting vegetables. So I'm looking forward to going to visit her sometime soon and checking out all the vegetables there. But it was just a silly kind of thing on a fluke, and the other PTs loved it. The customers, or the patients, I should say, were loving it too. And they just let people take whatever, vegetables they wanted last year. So I'm sure they'll do the same this year. So kind of a fun thing and kind of an unexpected thing, right? To think somebody's going to a physical therapy and maybe walk away with some vegetables later this summer. I really like the idea. It feels like one of those giving back to the community kind of thing. And it makes me feel really proud as a mom. One of my neighbors 2 doors down, he does a really big garden with his family. And I know the last couple of years he's put on the neighborhood Facebook group that he had so much come and, you know, get some tomatoes or whatever they were. But I thought, well, if he does that again this year, it'll be a nice, this could be a nice thank you note to give him and his family. Okay, so there is my front flap Fun Cold card made with the To Market suite, and I will be giving this away, so hang on. Oh, we should stamp the envelope. This is one of the stamps included in the stamp set. So I'm just going to use this, and I'm going to show you, after I stamp this, I'm going to show you 3 more front flap cards that I made with the To Market suite, and the different ways I stamp the envelopes. So this one is basically the same as the first, only I stamped the sentiment off to the right and I cut out the flowers. The flowers were a fussy cut. It's really not hard. I know that fussy cut kind of scares people at times, but no, you can do it. You can do it. I'm never going to show you something that I don't believe you all can do, okay? And again, I used matching DSP on the front and back sides and a coordinating one on the inside left flap. All right. Oh, we need to add some bling to that. We'll do that after I show you these. This might be my favorite of the samples. Here is where I added the, what are these called? Transparent adhesive back dots. Okay, they come in 4 colors, 2 sizes each. So I did something a little bit different and just decorated the hinge there. And I'll tell you, when I did this, the vegetables that are in the bag were die cut, okay? The sack, the bag, was also die cut, but before I die cut it, I put some, an adhesive sheet behind it. Are you familiar with adhesive sheets? They have adhesive on both sides. So you stick cardstock or DSP to the one side, you die cut it, and then when you're ready, you pull off the back side and it acts as a sticker. So I really just laid these pieces in place, and then I went over it with the bag that I had the adhesive on the back. And this way, you know, and I kind of just held the bag in place. I think I have one here. Let me show you what I did. So here it's got, excuse me, the adhesive on the back. I peeled off the adhesive and I just kind of held it like this because I wanted to know where to put the vegetables. The vegetables need to be inside the bag, right? And then I just would dip the vegetable and, you know, the back of it with a little bit of multi-purpose glue, glue it in place, did all 4, and then I added this, and I left the carrot and the radish top not adhered at the top so I could pull them in front of the bag handle, okay? Looks complicated, it's not. It's not. Takes a few extra minutes, but not complicated. Okay, and then here is the last one. Somebody was out shopping bouquets of flowers at the market. This bag I fussy cut from one of the pieces of designer series paper, as well as the floral bouquets. Now this bouquet I cut it, I really just cut the top because I didn't need the whole thing. I just needed part of it. So I cut out part of it and tucked it in front of the larger bouquet. Alrighty. Also, to make this bag look kind of three-dimensional, I stacked 2 dimensionals in the center of the bag, and then the smaller ones on each side, and then you can kind of curl it. All right, give it some more dimension that way. Oh, I didn't show you the envelopes. Heavens. So this is what I did for my hello card. I'm using that same stamp for each. Here I stamped a row of garden green on the back, on the flap. Here I stamped on both the left and the right sides. And then, of course, this one I stamped on the left side for you. Let's add a few of these transparent dots. And let's see. I think we'll do, let's see, 1, 2, and 3. All right, tell me what you think of the front flap fun fold card. What do you think of the front flap fun fold card? Is it something that you'll be trying? I hope everybody is going to be saying, yes, yes, I'm going to try that. Oh, Mary Ellen, you are in California visiting your daughter for the summer. How wonderful. How wonderful. I know you're going to have a great time. Again, I'll just show you the inside. Okay. How many of you like the Market to Market suite? Here's the stamp set and dies. We have the embellishments, and then we have that wonderful colorful paper with the vegetables, the bags and baskets, flowers, everything you would see at a farmer's market. I sure do. Kathy, you're in Ohio. And remind me, what part of Ohio do you go to? Your granddaughter's graduation. How nice. How nice. So you're feeling the heat and humidity yesterday and today, aren't you? Okay, everybody. If you would like to have your name entered into the drawing to receive, possibly win this Thanks a Bunch card, front flap card, type in the comments now, front flap, front flap. Okay, front flap. Oh, Claudia says she wasn't sure about this to market suite. Oh, I know right where Lima was. Kathy, I was born in Lima. I know right where that is, and I have lots of relatives. I was just in Ottawa, north of there, last week. I have lots of relatives in that area. Okay. You know, Claudia, I'm a lot like you. Sometimes I see something and I pass right by it in the catalog, pass right by it online, but then somebody else shows me something, or maybe I look at the sample in the catalog in a different way, and it suddenly strikes me and I think, ooh, I have to have that. I have to create with that. So I totally get it. Totally get it. All right, everybody. Thanks so much for joining me this afternoon. I hope you enjoyed today's demonstration. And more than that, I hope you'll be giving the front flap fun fold a try. I have a meeting at 7 with my team, but after that, I will be working on the blog post for this. And that blog post will include the video. It'll include photos of this card as well as the other sample cards I showed you. And it will have all the dimensions and the products I used for you. So the blog is the best place to go when you want all of the stuff. All right, all of the information. It will also be posted to my YouTube channel and go live on that at the same time as the blog post. Any questions? And just a friendly reminder that the 10% off stamp and die bundles starts tomorrow, June 5th, through the end of the month. And then also the 3 Stampin' Cut and emboss machines are also 10% off, okay? So it's a great time to do some shopping. Thanks, everybody. Have a great evening, and I look forward to seeing you on Thursday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. Okay, Thursday, 2 p.m. Eastern Time. And it is the first Thursday of the month, so I will be introducing a new 12 by 12 one-sheet wonder, and I know you're going to love it. Hope to see you then. Bye-bye.